Our culvert has actually got water in it! This is what I'm calling the mini Grand Canyon down the middle of our road. The rat was going up into here. Welcome back to Deliberate Lives. I'm Di, and it's a nice sunny day today, but we've had probably 5 or 6 days of rain, and not just a little rain. So every day I'd come out to my bucket and there's at least an inch. Some days way more than that. So we've got quite a lot of rain. Thank goodness. We've needed it really badly here. But we've had a few adventures with the rain that I'd like to show you with our various things we've done. And then also in our back engine compartment here, we had a wood rat that was making nests in the engine compartment and actually up into the back area until we figured that out, and then we covered it up with a screen. Yeah, so back in here, right back in that area behind this thing, back in there was where the nesting material, all that nesting material in the bag was. And there were actually, the first time we saw it, there were lots of other nests around that we had to clean up. But originally, the rat was going up into here. This is just an open void that goes up into the open void in the back of the RV, where the air comes down through a vent on the roof to give air into the engine compartment, and also through air into the filter here into the engine. Because the rat was going up into that, we installed this screen onto the opening so that it couldn't get through. And you could actually, the night after we did this, you could actually hear the rat like scratching on that screen and maybe chewing on it, trying to get in. But the rat couldn't go up in there anymore, so it started building nests on the engine. The type of rat that it was a wood rat. So this is a wood rat that one of our friends in the neighborhood caught. And they're actually pretty cute. It's got kind of Mickey Mouse ears and, you know, almost like a, I don't know. As far as rats go, they're pretty cute. We were gone for a few days and this bucket was sitting out, and look, there's quite a bit of water in there. I'd say, an inch or more. So we got quite a bit of water in the last few storms. And over here, you can see that it must have been coming out of there pretty strong because it got all this dirt on top of our gravel. But the funny thing is, and of course on the road, it ran down the road into the culvert. But I'm pretty sure that we didn't get anything coming down the culvert, but we got like a puddle right here. So, kind of interesting. So we're getting a gusher of a rainstorm, thank goodness. It's nice to have rain. You can see the river going down the road. And look, our culvert has actually got water in it for the first time. Coming down, it's going in it. Coming out the other end, so exciting. That is the first time we've ever seen any stream coming down this culvert. It's been raining pretty hard. Let's see if we've got it over on the other side. Coming out, I'm sure we do. 'Cause it's also running down the road right here and coming out. Oh yeah, you can see it down there coming out. Culvert is working as designed. We're also getting quite a river coming out of that little place. We knew we'd get water out of there, but it is running over, under, and running out. It's just washing down a bunch of dirt. So we're gonna have to do something about that probably. So this is the upper section of our road, and this lower part of it wasn't too bad from the rain, but the upper part, you can see, well, I think you can see that it's got a Grand Canyon down the middle of it, and I actually filled it in with rocks a little bit yesterday. This is what I'm calling the mini Grand Canyon down the middle of our road. And I did some work on it after the first few storms. Threw some rocks down in the really deep parts to help hopefully reduce the erosion. And then right at the bottom of this is where my brother Reed made a little trench that went off the side. And it worked really well, but I reinforced it with some rocks after the first few storms because it did flow over a little bit, and so I put those rocks in right there, and it seems to have held up pretty good. And here's another trench I put in right above the one my brother put in, and I did this just by hand with a shovel and pushed it up the side, and it seemed to work actually quite well. We had some unexpected visitors, a couple of black bull cows. Since we just had a gusher of a rainstorm, I figured I'd see how my trenching on the container went. I'm noticing these kind of trenches. This one's really bad on this side. Down the ramp. I don't know if we're ever going to be rain trench proof. I'll probably have to continue to do things to maintain it. Anyway. Well, it looks like maybe it kind of worked. But, the one trench completely filled in with dirt. You can see that right there. So it ran down this. And this trench looks like it worked, but I'm gonna have to make it deeper because it flowed out in several spots, it looks like. I bet this is gooey. Yeah, I'm gonna go walk above it, maybe. That might be better. Yeah, so you can see that it's kind of already filled in with dirt. And because apparently it came running down here and went down there. But it does look better than it did last storm. So it did do its job. We're supposed to get another storm tomorrow. So I might go get the shovel and try and clean it out a little bit. And as I say, we're supposed to get a storm tomorrow. It's starting to rain again. So anyway, but I think it went pretty well. Let's see. Oh, and we got a bunch of rain down here too. So let's see if we have a muddy, goopy mess in front of the container, or if it's all right. Last time Mike sunk in about 2 inches, and this time it's actually fairly solid, so that's good. So it did work. It just has now filled in. These are the visitors I prefer. deer. And then 2 baby ones just right outside our window of our RV. We just had another mama and 2 babies walk by. Apparently after it rains, they come out because they like eating. Maybe when it rains. Because it's all green. But yeah, they're just munching. They're not even paying attention to us at all.
There's another one down in the culvert.
Oh yeah, I see it. Holy cow. That looks like a baby one down in the culvert too. I wonder if when it rains the plants are more juicy or something. I don't know, because they sure are going to town. Yep, and there's one more in the culvert right down there. Right there. Probably has a mom somewhere, unless this is its mom.
No, there's 2 in the culvert.
There is? Where's the other one? Anyway, we have like a whole herd of deer here.